Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Patrick.
And we're back. And you know what? Give us a like and share and let's go.
All right, we're going to be talking about the top 8 reasons. This is only 5, so 8 plus 3 or 5 plus 3. I can't do anything today.
5 plus 3.
Top 8 reasons why you should invest in real estate. And that's not to say that like there's other ways of investing. You know, maybe share that in the comments. What's really worked out for you? Has it been real estate investing? Maybe you had a bad experience. You know, and other people can see and learn from your comments in the comments below. What happened there, right?
Yeah.
Did you have some wins? Did you have some losses? I know as a landlord in the past, like I had some, some tenants that weren't great, but I had some wins at the same time. So let us know that, or if there's something better than that.
Yeah.
I know somebody's going to talk about Bitcoin or whatever. That's great. Tell us your experiences on that too. It's awesome. All right.
I got to say, my first investment in real estate, I lost $35,000.
Attaboy.
Yeah, it was looking back on it, with what I know now, I would have grabbed myself and said, don't be an idiot, walk away from this deal. It's not going to turn anything in your favor.
But you had a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't my money either that I lost. It was the bank's money.
Did you know that going in?
That it was the bank's money? Or that
No. You would have to owe it or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was, I knew where I got the money from.
Well, we just did a video about the top 8 reasons why people don't invest in real estate, and like the fear of losing money is one of them.
Yeah, well, that wasn't my issue.
Okay, but reasons why we love investing in real estate. Well, the number one reason is cash flow.
Yeah.
Now, in different markets, it's going to be either easier to cash flow or not as easy to cash flow. And there's going to be a balance that you have to look at. What's important? Do you need the cash flow? If you have a higher cash flow, you might have a higher risk of a vacancy.
Yep.
That's a whole deeper topic. But at least it's, I don't want to jump to my next point. Okay.
I have this great game, because this is how people learn, right? It's from games. So it's, Kiyosaki.
Yep.
The game is Rich Dad, and it's about getting out of the rat race. And the way you get out of the rat race is build enough passive income from things like real estate and whatever else.
Yeah.
So that you can get out into the fast track. So there's the whole premise is on cash flow.
I've heard about that game for the longest time. But right, is that not called the cash flow?
It's called cash. No, it's called cash flow. The game is called cash flow.
It's just called cash flow? Okay, well, there we go. We're not even sponsored
Maybe
by them. Hey, Robert.
Right here.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. I play your game.
I don't, but I should.
I'm going to take my daughter for another round on it, I think, one day here and see.
Okay. Number 2, when you buy real estate, it's possible, not all the time, appreciation.
Yeah.
So what happens? Appreciation, the property could lose value. That's possible, right?
That's my first deal. But you...
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing that you shared it because that's not really positive to what we're saying here. But it's a fact. It's true that it happened, and it is part of the risk of any investment.
Yeah, and it was just because I wasn't smart. It had nothing to do with the market. It was just that I was overly optimistic.
That's right. So you know what? I think that's going to be another video at some point, right? Like, all right. Appreciation. But some people go into buying properties. They know it's not going to cash flow, or it's going to cash flow slightly negative. I don't know if that's a really smart way to do it, but if they can afford it and over a long period of time, it will get out of this negative cash flow. I still don't like that because I don't think expenses come down. I think that's a fallacy.
But what you're looking at is that, let's say we'll use Victoria, let's say in 5 years it's worth $100,000 more.
Yeah, and that could be very realistic.
So you've appreciated the value of the property, even though you're still paying for maybe not cash flowing where you're paying.
And there's more to that if you have a plan.
Yeah.
But okay, got that. Number 3, I was ready to talk about this. The loan gets paid down with other people's money.
Yep.
So
that's pretty straightforward. I mean, your renters are paying your mortgage.
You're down with OPP.
Yep.
Number 4, tax benefits. Now, if it's if you're investing in a rental property, now this could take into many different forms. You could be buying a house to flip it. BC has its own sort of anti-flipping tax. It's like a second capital gains tax after 2 years. There's more details about that.
Yeah.
And Canada, obviously, if you're doing that as your income, it could be considered a corporate income or personal income, or it'll be affected by capital gains. Either way, you run the numbers, but there's a lot more ways of investing in real estate, not just one.
Yeah.
But different methods have different tax benefits.
Yeah.
And throw in depreciation. So if you depreciate a property, you lower the value, so that building is losing, it's getting older, like we all are. And it takes money to keep this thing up to date and repair. So there's a calculation you can write off the percentage of its original value off of your income. Anyways, talk to an accountant. I'm not an accountant. I understand the concept.
Yeah.
I'm not explaining it that well. And tax write-offs for expenses. Now, short-term rentals have been screwed over in Canada now that you're not allowed to have business or tax write-offs for expenses for that. Number 5. This is my favorite one.
Okay.
It's a hedge against inflation.
Now, let me think about that.
Right. So if you're renting a place, or if the building building itself is going to go up in value, well, you already have the asset that you leverage money to get it, and you're riding the wave up as inflation goes up.
Yeah, and you're also not at the mercy of a landlord in terms of raising rents.
Right. This would be like if you're if you look at your home as a personal investment, like your real estate, your home is your investment. And I know there's a lot of bad rap about that, and you're not looking at it that way because you need expense to have over your roof anyways. You know what? It's still a great investment because it hedges against inflation, against rent.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is get kicked out of your place, and now you've been in there for 10 years and you have a great rent, and now you're going to have to pay whatever the market rent is now.
Yeah.
Right? Where this way, real estate can protect against that. Number 6, we could go on and on about this one. Real estate is a creative asset. What do you think about that?
A creative asset. Well, I guess you can expand.
Yeah.
And you can buy a property, tear it down, build a duplex, triplex, quadruplex, whatever we're calling it, 8plex, subdivide the property, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So exactly, right? So you might call this gentrification.
Missing middle, what is it? Housing, no, missing middle.
Missing middle
housing initiative?
Whatever.
Somewhere.
Right, where the province is at least encouraging the idea of tearing down old homes and building a duplex, fourplex townhouses up to 6 units on a corner lot, maybe. Anyhow, you could long-term rental this thing. You can short-term rental this thing. You can buy it, fix it, flip it.
Yeah.
You can redevelop the property. And I'm sure there's more things that I'm not thinking about right now, and I didn't put on my list.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to give away all my secrets. So, yes, real estate can be very creative. And the last-ditch effort is you can move into it, right?
Yeah.
Number 7, you could pass this down to your kids.
That's pretty straightforward.
Right?
Yeah.
So yes, I know there's taxes and such like that, but your kids get to they get to benefit from the wealth that you've generated, the assets that you've created.
Yeah.
So it's a transfer of wealth. And the last one, real estate, number 8, is a basic human need. It's not like you're selling stuff people don't want.
Yeah, it's not. I was going to say, you need
I can't eat it.
Human right. No, you're right. Everybody needs a place to live.
That's it, right? We're in Canada. We've got to protect ourselves from the weather. From heat domes.
Yeah.
From blizzards.
From whatever, we had that river thing go through what was it called?
I don't know.
The one that shut down the Malahat?
Oh, when it flooded out the road.
Yeah. What was that called?
I had there was a lot of water in the basements and houses around me, and I'm pretty close to a river, so like anyways, it'll give you some protection unless it's really bad, but still, it's a basic human need.
Yeah.
Right, you got to store your stuff somewhere. You got to secure it somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to keep yourself out of the temperature changes, right? So it's a basic human need.
Yeah.
So is there something that I missed? Hey, maybe you invest in real estate. Tell us your experiences, what's been really good or what's been creative that you've used property for as an investment. And did it work out? Because, not all investments work out. There is a risk to all of this.
Yes, there is. Well, thank you for joining us. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. See ya.
Take care.